Assalamu alaikum friends. I am your host Tariq Ahmad Malik with another amazing session. Hope you will enjoy this. Today our topic is importance of morning assembly. In this segment we will try to explain or discuss different segments about morning assembly. And first among them would be the prayer session. After them there would be special session is organized after the prayer, that is speeches, quiz programs, interviews, storytelling, announcements by the school administration, secretaries, thoughts of the day, newspaper headlines, value education and exercise. So there's a bunch of programs that are hosted every day in the morning assembly. Let us discuss each of them at length. First of all, we must discuss the prayer. Why is prayer organized? When we begin our school day, we organize a morning assembly in the open lawn of the school. There we make our students stand in queues in a disciplined manner. And first and foremost thing there is to chant the prayer before Almighty Allah. This prayer is very important. We have been created by Almighty Allah. He is our creator and we have to be thankful to him for everything he has bestowed us. And during prayer we ask for his favors. We ask for all his favors, we thank for his favors, and we admit that we are weak enough, and we admit that when we are weak we can seek help from our Almighty Allah. So prayer is the first thing that makes our spirituality intact. We are getting connected with our Almighty Allah and we are trying to identify ourselves, who we are, what we are made for, what is the message of Almighty Allah, what should be the aim of our life. So the first and foremost thing is the clarity of thought. Our spirituality is enhanced when we chant prayers of Almighty Allah. Here we don't see that with which community we belong and with which this religion we belong. Our Almighty is one. With whatever name you call him Allah, you call him God, you may call him this Om. Whatsoever you call him, he is Almighty Allah and we feel connected with him. So after having this spirituality intact, we next go to those programs which are hosted at every morning assembly. There are certain factors which we want to inculcate in our students, rather school administration or education department. First thing is the morning assembly extends a sense of unity. There are so many students from different classes, from different the sections of the society, from different religions, from different colors. So there is a rainbow gathering that are brought together in the school premises and made to stand in queues. Then there is a sense of unity created deliberately, and we see that there is a discipline there, that everybody is having the same uniform. So sense of unity is getting created when we assemble in the morning assembly. Second thing is sense of responsibility. You may be seeing that it is not only the teachers who are arranging morning assembly. There are discipline committees, there are other committees of the students who help us this organized morning assembly. So students are given responsibility, they are made responsible. Yes, you are there to arrange things for morning assembly, you are there to arrange everything for the morning assembly. You have to do programs, you have to make this program a success, this session a success. Then there is sense of discipline. Before the ring is this, the bell is rung, we see that students are here and there. They come into flocks. After that, they observe the discipline. They are made stand in queues. They are made to keep silent. They are getting those prayer girls, prayer boys ahead, and they do everything. We see that there is a proper discipline, as if it is the army of soldiers standing in front of the teachers in the school lawn. So sense of discipline is deliberately created in this morning assembly session. Then the most important thing is here that the morning assembly, when we host it, what we want from it, we want to develop a culture of communication and representation. Our students are very much in need of communication skills and representation. So we are giving them the chance to communicate freely with these other students, with the teachers. Here we set the stage for communication skills and we set the stage for representation. When we organize programs, students come to the dais, they do many programs. They may be doing quiz shows, they may be doing this speeches, they may be chanting songs, they may be performing dance performances, they may be coming with solo performances, they may be pronouncing this thought of the day, whatsoever other are news headliners. Every program there is exposing them to the audience. So a sense of this communication skill is developed. And the second thing, when they communicate with others, they compare their communication skills with the others. They set a target, that is which is the standard that needs to be touched. So a sense of development of communication skills and representation of the students in the morning assembly is created in the morning assembly sessions. And another thing is, what we do in the morning assembly, the school administration comes with many announcements for the day. For example, there will be announcement of new admissions to the school, announcement about the awareness campaign that would be staged in the near future. There could be the announcement about the medical camp in the school. There could be the announcement of gamers competition. There are so many announcements that are made in the morning assembly session. Then there is one more thing, that is, during morning assembly we develop among our students the sense of health and hygiene through speeches, so announcements, we organize rallies, other things. We make students think that it is imperative to have health and hygiene intact, and this way we can evade those ailments which usually come our way. Then there is another thing, that is inculcating public speaking skills. It is very important for our students that they must be capable of expressing themselves every moment they come across different situations. And in this morning assembly session, we inculcate public speaking skills, because student has not to remain forever in the school or in college or in university. He has to meet the actual world someday, wherein he has to play different roles. We are developing those skills in our children so that they will be fit to deliver things in the public. So these public speaking skills are inculcated in these schools under the proper guidance of the teachers. Then we are developing other things as well, that is developing correct audience habits. See, usually we are shy to speak before audience. We are providing them the audience, though they are their schoolmates, they are seniors, juniors, they are teachers, but real audience is there. Every threat that is there in the heart and mind of the student, it gets wavered off. When he comes before the actual audience, he gets time and again the opportunity to come before the audience and speak out his heart. So he gets the real feel of audience. So it is necessary for our students to come upon the dais and deliver things. He gets real audience, he gets the practice to speak before the real audience. Then there is inculcating value system in our students. The morning assembly provides an opportunity to inculcate value system. Teachers will come, they talk of values. There are so many values: truth, beauty, goodness, and religious teachings. What is good, what is bad, and it is taught and it is inspired in morning assemblies. So when we do the real upbringing of our children in these morning assemblies, we tell them what is good and what is bad. It helps us in their habit formation. They think that they must go on the right path. They must not err every time. So the morning assemblies help us develop a value system in our students. Then there is develop the spirit of patriotism. Yes, it is also a value, but we can talk it in isolation as well. Every man must love his country, must love his nation. During the morning assemblies, we can develop this patriotism in our students. We may sometimes allow them to chant patriotic songs. Sometimes we may be allowing them to have skits on patriotism. Sometimes we will be discussing about our nation, our beautiful country. So morning assemblies help us develop the sense of patriotism. Then morning assemblies extend us insight to the experiential moments. When we expose our students to the stories and anecdotes that have morals. So this helps us to have the feel of real life problems that are there in the stories and anecdotes. Teacher will narrate anecdotes, teacher will narrate stories, students may narrate stories. This way they get exposed to all these things. Then another thing is we can develop aesthetic taste in our students. We will allow students to sing songs, to have this dance performances, to have monologues displayed in front of the audience, to have their individual performances. This way their aesthetic sense can be developed. All these points are necessary to be developed in the students. So when we talk of all these things, speech was first thing. A student will be getting more and more opportunity to speak in front of others. While speaking, he will get his body language corrected. He will be discussing on different things. He will get self-confidence. He will enhance his self-image, and vis-a-vis he will be acquiring more and more knowledge, because before delivering speech he has to prepare speech. He has to get more and more content for it. So this will help in holistic development of the students. Quizzes can be introduced in morning assemblies. Students will frame questionnaire, this objective type questions. He will take time to frame it, and he will test the IQ of other students. That means all students will be involved in these quiz programs. Hence this is one more benefit of morning assembly. The students can have, I told you in the beginning that they are made responsible. Now students will be interviewing other students. They may maybe at times interviewing their teachers, and this way they will learn one more skill to interview teachers, so that teachers will be sharing their personal experience. They will be interviewing the highly performing students. They will be sharing their perspective about different things, and vis-a-vis other students, while watching them, they will get that how easy it is to come before the audience and become the part of a real interview session. Storytelling, firstly it would be told by teachers. They will provide an opportunity to other students, and in their proper guidance these students may also be made capable of storytelling. Then skits can be performed by students on different topics. Teachers could help them in building skits. Students can also make small skits on their own of 5 or 10 minutes. Language teachers especially can help them write these small skits. Then songs can be performed. There is inborn talent in different students to sing songs in their melodious voice. Students could be provided the opportunity to chant those songs. Then thought of the day, wise saying of the people can be read out on the louder voice on the microphone on daily basis, and these things help students get this positive way. They help them that correct their mistakes. They help them to stay wise. Then the newspaper headlines help students to know about the world they live in. They get to know what happens in the world, and there is value education. I discussed it at length, and there is exercises by the physical education teacher or master. He helps them in this morning assembly session. He makes them do different exercises. So this way there can be more and more programs done in this morning assembly based upon the length of the morning assembly. Usually we keep 40 minutes for the morning assembly, and we can do only a few programs every day. If we feel shortage of time, we can have more programs on during student meets, which we usually can conduct after every week, usually in the second session of Fridays. So there is importance. First and foremost thing is we have to realize that morning assembly helps us grow holistically, have a personal development of our students intact. So we must never forget, we must never evade morning assembly. I hope that my points will touch your heart and you will rethink upon this point, that should we attend morning assembly regularly or not, and what benefits are there in attending the morning assembly. I hope you have enjoyed this lesson. If there are any queries in your mind, you must convey them to me in the comment section, and if this lesson is of any help to you, please share it with your friends. Stay blessed. Thank you very much.